Greetings, intellectual, humanitarian, rebellious Aquarius. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and a tarot card reader, and I have been reading the cards and the planets for many, many years, practically my entire life, but this is my first time doing it for YouTube, and so this is a brand new experience for me. Thank you, Aquarius, for joining me, and I hope that you gain some insight from this reading. Please subscribe to my channel, and please tell your friends about it so they can look up their sign and see their forecast for November 2018 as well. So I'm going to hop right to it, and I'm going to shuffle the cards and do a layout for Aquarius. This layout should also apply if you are an Aquarius rising or have an Aquarius moon. So I encourage you to look at the videos for your sun, moon, and rising each month to gain the most detailed, full body perspective. If you don't know what your sun, moon, and rising are, you should call me and we can get your birth chart done. Everyone should have their birth chart done at least once in their life, and then I can tell you your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, Mars, everything. But for now, I'm going to do the tarot overview for November 2018. Aquarius, at the beginning of 2018, you're showing up as the Ace of Cups reversed at the beginning of November. You're covered by the Three of Cups reversed, crossed by the Seven of Pentacles. The basis is the King of Cups reversed. Don't worry, I'm just quickly flipping over the cards, and then I will tell you the meanings in depth and show you the images as well. What's leaving is Death reversed. What will come into being, or what could come into being, is the Ten of Cups reversed. What will come into being is Justice reversed. Fears or insecurities are the Four of Cups. Others see you as the Devil reversed. Your positive feelings are the Knight of Rods reversed, and the outcome is the Ten of Swords. So Aquarius, the month of November, I always start out when I do this Celtic layout for clients, focusing on the major arcana, because the major arcana let me know what the bigger overarching spiritual themes are that are going on in your life for this period. For the month of November, Aquarius, your major arcana are the Death card, the Judgment card, and the Devil card. So you're dealing with some pretty significant stuff this November, serious life stuff, Aquarius. You're dealing with change, you're dealing with renewal, you're dealing with reckoning, you're dealing with those things in life that hold us in bondage. Possibly you're dealing with temptation. You may be dealing with some character defects like rage or jealousy or anger. And so these are the themes that Aquarius is dealing with for the month of November. In the beginning of the month, we find you entering the month feeling a little bit blocked emotionally. This will manifest for different Aquarius in different ways. For some people, for some Aquarius, this will mean that you're unable to express your emotions. For other Aquarius, this can mean that perhaps you have a crush on someone, or there's a new love budding, but for some reason there's delays or blockages in it being able to move forward. Any of these could describe what the feeling of the Ace of Cups reversed is like as you enter the beginning of the month, Aquarius. And you're covered by the Three of Cups reversed. So it looks like in the beginning of November, you are doing socializing, partying, spending time with friends and groups of people, but it might be feeling empty to you, Aquarius, even though you're very active. And you were crossed by the Seven of Pentacles. And so in the crossed position, this is the only position in the Celtic layout that's horizontal. And so when I say it crosses you, it's what you have to work on in this cycle. And it's what the Kabbalists call your tikkun, or your karmic correction. So the karmic correction for Aquarius in this cycle of the month of November has to do with a couple of things. I think for some Aquariuses, this is going to manifest as a decision that needs to be made. You're deciding whether to continue to work on something that you have invested a lot of time and energy in and already kind of started to see the fruits and rewards of, or to go towards this other thing that you're looking towards. And making that decision is going to be something that you are going through. You have work around that in November. Another thing that some Aquariuses may be dealing with could be anxiety or misgivings of some kind that you are working through this month of November. The basis of the situation here is we see the King of Cups reversed. So what I'm going to say here is, for Aquarius men, I am seeing you feeling potentially creatively blocked. If you're an artist, you're creatively blocked. If you're in a relationship, you can be feeling, for Aquarius men, perhaps you are not happy in the relationship right now, or you may be feeling sad. You may be feeling emotionally exhausted. You may be feeling, you may be under the weather. Any of these things are possible for the King of Cups, for the reverse, for the Aquarius man in November. For the Aquarius woman, I would say that there is a man in your life, most likely a love interest. So if you're married, this is going to be your husband. If you're in a relationship, this is your boyfriend. If you're single, this could be a man that you have a crush on. And if it isn't someone in the love zone, then it could be a creative man in your life, like an artist, or it could be a man of medicine, or a shaman, or a priest, or, you know, a spiritual guru. King of Cups reversed, there's a wobble around him. So maybe he's unhappy, maybe he's sick, maybe he's exhausted, maybe these are all possible things. So it's a slightly different interpretation for Aquarius men and Aquarius women, but the energy is the same. And what's leaving is death. So you had a major change in your life. It probably happened in the past month or the past couple of months, and that's passing. What could come into being is the Ten of Cups reversed. That has to do with the unraveling of a relationship. That is a possibility. What will come into being is Judgment reversed. So if you're an Aquarius who is involved in a legal battle in November, you may find that the Judgment is against you. If you are not involved in a legal battle, you know, Judgment reversed before you can mean that you're feeling towards the mid-month, you may be feeling stagnant. You may be feeling like things are unchanging, remaining in still motion. Another way that this could manifest is that someone around you could be being judgmental of something towards you around the mid-month, or it could be that you are being judgmental about somebody else. These are all the different ways, and it will manifest for different Aquarius in different ways around this same theme. Your fears or insecurities, Aquarius, are the Four of Cups. So it looks like you have a feardom of It looks like you have a fear of boredom or apathy, a fear or insecurity about that. Others see you as the Devil reversed. So others see you as coming out of a situation of bondage in your life. That's different for all of us. For some Aquarius, maybe it's a relationship that was holding you hostage. Maybe it was a job situation. It could have been a place that you lived. The Devil is any situation, where sometimes it's the bondage of self, you know? And so people around you or somebody around you sees you coming out of a situation of bondage in your life. Your positive feelings are the Knight of Rods reversed, Sagittarius. So it looks like there is a man in your life who is flaky, unpredictable, irresponsible, on the move, but you have very positive feelings about him anyway. And he could be a fire sign, possibly like an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius. He could be a redhead or a ginger. And he is someone who you have positive feelings about in the month of November. And the outcome of November is the Ten of Swords. So it looks like after Thanksgiving, Aquarius, you are going to be experiencing a big completion in your life, the end of the road of some phase or another, and it may be experienced, it may be felt as a devastation when it ends, but you just have to remember that with the ending means inherently that there is a new start, and you can kind of get past this old cycle that needs to clear out for you at the end of November. And sometimes for some Aquariuses, this is going to be something that you have been obsessing about, that is really pinning you down at the end of the month after Thanksgiving. And again, this is my general reading for the sign of Aquarius. If you would like to know the specifics about that card or any of the other cards, then please call me for a personal reading, because I really do believe that you get the most out of the cards when we're working together one-on-one. But I want to do this because I want to introduce my love of the cards and of the planets to everyone. And yeah, so now I'm going to get into talking about the planets a little bit, and these are the planets for the month of November. As we enter November, it is the Day of the Dead in the beginning of the month on the 1st and the 2nd. This is a very potent time for accessing the ancestors. If you have any loved ones who've passed, any friends, anyone who you want to communicate with on the other side, November 1st and November 2nd are very powerful days to do this. I encourage you to get a reading on these days. I encourage you to burn candles, to put up flowers, cook the food of that your loved ones loved. These are all ways that you can connect, and they will be very, very glad that you're trying to connect, because they like to communicate with us, but they don't want to scare you. And you know, so if you would like my help in connecting with a loved one on the other side, let's definitely call me and let's schedule a reading for the 1st or the 2nd. Also, another very powerful day for accessing the other side in November is November 7th, because it's the new moon of Scorpio, and Scorpio rules death and transition. And so that's also a good time for that. And also November 1st, Jupiter in Scorpio is forming a trine with Chiron in Pisces. And this is going to be significant for anyone who is in the late degrees of Aquarius, because Aquarius and Scorpio form a square with each other. So if you were born in the late degrees of an Aquarius, this aspect is about expansion and healing, and it is very powerful, and I would love to talk to you more about it. If you contact me and we do your birth chart, we can actually see what area of your life this is occurring in, and we can also look at how it's aspecting your personal planets and see what's likely to be going on for you around the 1st of the month. November 6th is another really big day in November for the collective, and it will manifest for us all individually in more specific ways. But one of the things that's happening is that Uranus in Taurus is square the true node in Leo. And so Uranus in Taurus and the true node in Leo. So Leo opposes Aquarius on the zodiac. So this is going to be a significant aspect for Aquarius, particularly early degree Aquariuses. If you don't know what degree your sun is, again, contact me. We can do your chart and I can find out the degree of your sun and all your planets, and we can see if this applies to you. The true node also enters Cancer on November 6th, which is a big collective shift for all of us. This is a shift in our collective purpose, in our collective dharma, in our collective, what we're seeing as our collective North Star. And so for Aquarius, Aquarius is quincunx Cancer. So the true node is going to be in Cancer for like a year and a half. And this is why it's important to have your chart done, because that way we can see at what point during that year and a half arc is it really interacting with your planets. And we can see when this kind of real alignment with your higher purpose is going to be happening for you. And if we look at these dates, it's great because it'll give you the opportunity to kind of take a step back in that time in your life and say, hey, what's going on around here? What is my higher purpose? And identify it, you know? And so that's happening. Also, Uranus retrograde is entering Aries. Aries forms a sextile with Aquarius. This will be a shakeup in your life. Ultimately, it will be a beneficial shakeup. Again, call me, we'll do your chart, and we can look at specifically what area of your life this is occurring. And this is going to be the most impactful for late degree Aquarius. November 7th, it's the new moon of Scorpio. So the new moon of Scorpio, I will be doing a separate post about, so you can look at that because I don't want to take too long here, but it's a very powerful time to set intentions. And just like, you know, there's times to plant certain seeds, to grow certain trees, or to grow certain crops, or to grow certain fruit or flowers. There's beneficial times of the year where farmers know if you plant this, it's going to bloom and flourish because it's the proper season. It's the same with planting spiritual seeds and seeds that we want to manifest in our life as we are being deliberate creators in our own life. So the new moon of Scorpio is a particularly good time to plant seeds around money. It's a good time to plant seeds around reinvention, reinventing yourself, rebirth, transformation. It's also a great time to connect with the ancestors. It rules the dead. So I do an altar every new moon, and I do blessings and intentions for myself. I can also do them for a handful of clients each new moon. I can only take on 4 clients aside from the ones that I'm doing myself. And so I do it on a first come, first serve. If you think you may be interested in being on my altar for the Scorpio new moon, contact me soon because, yeah, contact me soon. And basically what it is, you know, you burn candles, you put up flowers, you put up crystals, and you are very, very precise with your words and writing the words. And that's why I say I call them spells, because we spell words, but some people are very uncomfortable with calling it a spell, so I can call it a blessing and I can call it an intention. It's all the same things. It's just having a real clarity with our words and with our vision, and then putting together all of the beautiful energy for the, you know, to give it to the universe, to really take it and make it happen for us. And so these altars are so powerful. I love them. They knock me off of my feet with just, you know, and we'll talk more about that in my new moon post. I don't want to get too distracted here and get this too long because I want to keep going. November 8th, Jupiter enters Sagittarius, where it will be for the next year. Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius, so this is good for all of us collectively. If I do your chart, I can look and see specifically where Jupiter will be traveling through your chart in 2019, and that's going to show you where you were having grace, where you were having good luck, where you were having expansion, education, opportunities. And so it's really great to do your chart, and we can see the timing and the specific area in your life, and I think it's good. It gives you an awareness to open your eyes and accept the goodness that's there for you while it's happening. Don't let it pass you up. And November 15th, Mars enters Pisces, where it will be until December 31st. So when fiery Mars enters watery Pisces, Mars is our competitive nature. It's our drive, it's our ambition, it's our, you know, our go-get-itness. It's that fire inside of us. And so when it gets into watery, dreamy Pisces, it's not the natural home for Mars, so it slows down. You might feel a little less motivated in pursuing your goals. You might be feeling a little less driven. It's also a time where maybe it's just that you're not pursuing traditional goals. You're pursuing more Piscean type goals like creativity, spirituality, service. You're taking care of your emotional goals and your spiritual goals. And everyone is just slowing down. It's right before the holiday season, and we've all been working. We've all had a year. And November 16th, also Venus goes direct in Libra, and so that's going to be definitely lightening things up in the romance department for Aquarius. If you're in a relationship and there was any wobble going on because of Venus retrograde, Venus has been retrograde since October 5th, things should start to be heading in the right direction starting November 16th. Things will be starting to get back to normal. And this is another situation where Venus retrograde, it's all about love, and it's about romance, and it's about sex, and it's about creativity. It can be about money and intimate relationships. But for me to get into the specifics of how it will manifest in your particular chart, I need to do your chart. And so that's where this work really, I think it's useful for you, is if we can work together one-on-one. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep going through the general reading. November 22nd, the sun enters Sagittarius, so it's Sagittarius season. That's a fiery sun. Generally, that's okay for Aquarius. Aquarius is sextile Sagittarius, so Aquarius is at home under the Sagittarius sun. That's fine. The full moon is in Gemini, particularly for early degree Aquarius. You're really going to feel this. But the Sagittarius moon is a great moon to shoot for your goals. It's a great full moon for exploration, for spiritual search, for seeking higher truth. And anywhere where you want to grow. It's just a great time for looking at that. There's a lot of illumination around that. The full moon brings illumination. And let's see, November 24th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. And November 28th, Jupiter in Sagittarius is forming a semi-square with Pluto in Capricorn. If you want to know more about those aspects, I encourage you to call me. Neptune is all about service, sacrifice, creativity, spirituality, religion, philosophy, higher truth. So those are the areas of that around November 24th. And then November 28th, the Jupiter-Pluto thing is very serious. It's very major transformations. And I think that for mid-degree Aquarius, like actually early degree Aquarius, like anyone who's born within the first 8 degrees of Aquarius, there will be a sextile forming with this aspect to your sun. And so there is some stuff that I would love to go into more with you, but I've been going for 23 minutes and I need to stop. So I definitely encourage you to contact me so we can do your personal birth chart and we can look at this stuff together. And thank you so much, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me. Again, I'm so new at sharing my gift with, on YouTube. And so I would appreciate any constructive feedback you can give me. And thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends to subscribe. Please like the station. And I hope that you'll come back for more. Thank you, Aquarius. Bye-bye.